Hey, the season of merry work begins. Conversation with Lady O. I am your host, Lady O. This is going to be a short one. I'm showing you a petition that is circling around. I first saw it, it was shared on X. So I've posted it on my Instagram page. I've posted it on my YouTube page in the post tab section. Also shared it on Facebook as well as Truth Social. And something said, you know what, do a quick video so that way I can put it in video form so I can share it to my TikTok, put it on Spotify and all my other podcast platforms, and just have it in video format as well. So I'm doing this right now. It's a petition that's going around to remove Doug Ford. So I'm just doing this quickly on my phone. So here we go. And I'm going to put the description and everything in the bio so that you can have the links. You can click on the link in the bio and go directly to the podcast, to the platform that is doing the petition. Please share as many groups, WhatsApp groups that you have, any type of groups that you have, share so that this gets the distance that it needs all across Ontario, because Doug Ford needs to be removed. As long as Doug Ford stays the leader of the Conservative Party, the Liberals will always be in power because they need Ontario. We already have the West already taken care of, and they're very much awake. The East is what keeps the Liberal Party. If you notice, all the elections, they're concentrating on Ontario. And as long as they have Doug Ford, who's a Liberal, it's the heartbeat of Canada. That's how they're going to stay in power. And I shared this statistic and that strategy since the COVID 2020 lockdowns, and I was explaining to you that Canada needs Ontario. The head needs the heart. The heart is what keeps the body alive. This agenda that they have, they need the heart to be pumping and keeping the body, having the blood flow. The heart is Ontario. The heart is Ottawa, that's in Ontario. And they had to strategically put Doug Ford in play years ago to solidify any agenda that they have. They know that they are good as long as Ontario is in lock. And that is why Doug Ford called the early election 2 years in advance, because they needed Ontario. They needed Doug Ford so that they can trigger this removal of Justin. So as much as they try to make it sound like it's such a shock, no, Justin knew he was going. It was sinking in the polls. He was listening to Ford. Ford is letting him know you have to go, but they had to put on a strategy so that Justin exits after Ford is in play, and then whoever comes in, Ford is going to help them. It is a rinse and repeat. Let me tell you, there is something coming down the pipe. But as long as they see that we are not keeping this lying down, they're gonna keep it under cover for as much as possible, because they realize, they're not gonna get away with it the way that they did 2020. Alberta already sent a very clear message to them. They sound the alarm and let them know we see exactly what you're doing and we're gonna break away. So Alberta, Danielle Smith, she's also aware of what the plot is. Saskatchewan is also putting up a petition for them to break away. Ontario, we need to start circulating this so all of these elites realize that, oh shoot, what they have in store for us is not going to happen, because we are aware of what's happening. So Ontario, we have to do our part. Nova Scotia, New Brunswick, I don't know what's keeping them asleep, because I just saw a documentary that was uploaded a month ago about North Preston, East Preston, complaining about all the things that's happening to them, but they keep putting back a Liberal candidate. You're complaining about what's happening in North Preston, in East Preston, and you are still allowing the Liberal candidate to win. So this is why I'm saying there's only so much of the crying that people will be listening to when you don't pull up your sleeves and do what you can do to make a change for yourself. So when you're asking the ambulance to come into North Preston, when you're in East Preston, and people are dying because the ambulance is saying they're afraid to come into your community because of the stigmatism, and you're doing a documentary to talk about, oh, this is racism and all of that, but you keep putting the liberals in play, that is the reason why people are afraid to come into your community, because of the bail reform, because of the high crime. You just did a documentary, North Preston, Nova Scotia, and you're talking the facts about the high crime rate, the illegal guns. The youths are having guns before they can have a cell phone. They don't have, they're not registered, obviously, because they're illegal. All of the crimes are being done with illegal guns coming north of the border from the USA. You're talking about the gangs. You're talking all of the stuff that's happening. You did a documentary speaking about it. Yet still, I'm seeing you voting back a liberal. People are not risking their lives to come into your community, to help your community for the things that you are asking help for, when you can't risk yourself getting to the polls and putting an X next to a conservative name because you're holding on to the lie and the racism. Conservatives are racist, conservative racist. And they have a clear platform telling you about what they're going to do with the bail reform, what they're going to do in making sure they lock up the criminals. So you don't have to talk about, snitches get stitches, and your seniors are being afraid to tell the police who's shooting up their homes. And you're talking about a father and a daughter who died because of a stray bullet. I just saw your documentary, North Preston, East Preston. Anybody in Nova Scotia, share this to them. I just saw your documentary that you did. Yet still you put a liberal back into play because you're holding on to the narrative of conservatives are prejudiced and they're racist. The colonial conservative narrative. So we are forever not gonna put a conservative in play because they're racist. Okay, so keep the liberals in play when they're blatantly showing you that they don't care about your youth, your community, and what's happening. Anna Polivier, they did as best as they can to let you know that this conservative party cares about everybody. But you're going to hold on, just like the south of the border, the Democratic Party believe that they forever have the quote-unquote black vote in the U.S. And they showed them and they proved them wrong. Trump is in and he's cleaning out house that is benefiting everybody. Safe communities, getting rid of all, it benefits everybody. And then Trump and even many of their quote-unquote black activists had to agree that Trump is the only one that is putting money to all the HBCUs perpetually so they don't have to come to the White House and always ask. But you guys are talking about conservatives are racist. And you're holding on to that. So north of the border, the Liberal Party is always expecting you, the black Caribbeans, the black Canadians, the Africans, to continually vote for the Liberal Party because they own you. And you're not stopping and seeing that they don't do nothing for your community except keep you in perpetual oppression and perpetual crime. But they can count on your vote. But you're going around decade after decade after decade. Now you've given the liberals a fourth term. The incumbent who's a liberal didn't run for re-election. So they put another liberal there and you put them back into power. North Preston, East Preston, Nova Scotia. So no, people are not risking their lives to come into your community when you can't risk your body to go down to the polls and put an X next to the conservatives who had a clear platform that was going to benefit North Preston. So that's my rant for the East. Here in Ontario, we have a petition. I'm going to now show you it. I'm going to put the link in the bio so that you can start the momentum here of getting rid of Doug Ford. So this is what it is. This is what it looks like. This is my post on my Facebook as well as the post in my YouTube. You can click on the post tab and you'll see it there as well. But I'm going to upload this in a video so you can also see it. And the description is going to be in the bio is going to have the description. I will also have the link active as well. All right, you know what to do. Share, share, share. And let's stop talking and complaining and begging for change when we have the ability to click on a link, put your name to something, and the next time we have a general election, get your butt to the polls and put an X to the conservatives and stop giving the liberals your vote because they think they own the immigrants, they think they own the black community, they think they own the black Canadians, they think they own the Africans because apparently we're so loyal to the Liberal Party and they're not loyal to us. No matter what kind of show they're gonna put on, any kind of trick and pony show they're gonna put on, because they know now, oh my gosh, they're awake and they're gonna no. You know what? Whatever they're gonna do I don't care. Next election, I'm getting rid of the liberals because I cannot trust them. They don't do anything that's substantial. They do things just enough. It's never substantial to make a radical change to benefit the quality of life for the people that they know have been loyal to them. They've done nothing to increase our quality of life, our children's quality of life, our children's quality of life. Polivier talked about making sure that those who are incarcerated, before they come out, they are trained. They have a trade. They are ready to come into society with a skill and employment. That is what rehabilitation is supposed to be. Not rehabilitation where you come back out and you recommit again. Enough with the liberals' tricks and their shows. There's nothing we can do about it now because you've put them in. I pray that the next general election, no matter what, you get the liberals out. Because nothing they're going to do is going to be prolonged. We don't need any more benefits. We don't need any more handouts that increases our debt because, newsflash, all these benefits are increasing our debt because they're taxpayers' money. It's not free money, guys. Even if they print it, it goes against inflation. All of these benefits that they're rolling out to you and they're making you think they're benefiting you, they're not. It increases our debt. What the conservatives want to do is keep more money in your pocket so you can go and spend and take care of your family needs without being beholden to the government handouts. Stop the beggy, gimme. I am so happy the government is taking care of me. And be able to stand on your feet and say, I can take care of my family myself. I can pick and choose the dentist and the daycare that's best for me. Benefits, yes, we have a social safety net for those people that truly need it. But majority of the people that are now under the 90,000 threshold and all of that is because they've kept you at a low income bracket as a result of taxing you to death. Your take-home pay, you don't even know it's disgusting. 70 cents on every dollar is going to taxes. So no wonder you can't survive on your own. You need the government to keep handing things to you. While they take the 70% and invest it into their companies and they create policies like Mark Carney that you've just elected, all of the policies he's going to put in play benefits his company's portfolio. These modular houses that he's talking about, all his company's already invested in them. And we were telling you this about Mark Carney. Every advice he's given to every government when he was doing pro bono as an advisor, his company was already invested in them. This is what we call conflict of interest. You give advice solely to benefit you, not the truth, not to benefit humanity and society. So that's like me bigging up and telling you, oh, go buy this, but I have an affiliate link. Is it really the best quality product, or am I just telling you a product that I know I'm going to be benefiting from? Mark Carney's been doing this. So it's time that we stop beggy, handout for them to always think that we are always going to be needing them. And I don't know about you, but I want to take home more money from my paycheck. And I want to have the power to decide how I want to invest my money, where I want to invest my money, and where I want to spend my money, and not be beholden to the government telling me where I have to go to get my teeth done, where I have to go to get childcare, because anything else I'm not covered. And by the way, you see those benefits that they're telling you? Many of you think that there's not a fine print. Not everybody that's out under $90,000 qualify. Because what the Liberals and the NDP did behind your back that you don't care to know is that many people who are making $30,000, $40,000, they still don't have benefits because their company created a health and wellness package that they still don't qualify for, even though they pay into it as part of the company's benefits. The company does not provide dental, does not provide prescription, but because it's classified as a health and wellness account, it automatically disqualifies them from being eligible for the Canada Dental Care Plan program. Yeah, that's how they keep screwing you. One of the eligibility is that if you work with a company that has a health and wellness program, you automatically disqualify. They don't care that the health and wellness program does not provide dental and prescription, and they don't care what type of coverage a dental and prescription is. As long as your company is offering a health and wellness, you don't qualify, even if you are making $30,000, $40,000. They don't care. Those are the fine prints that you don't care about because, oh, I'm qualified, but you don't care about your brother and your sister. This is why they have this individualism pumped into our society, that you just take care of your own and you watch out for yourself. That is what the Carleton Liberal that you allowed to unseat Polivier, which many of us still don't believe that those numbers are correct. So we're disappointed that Pierre is not challenging it, because people say the amount of people that live in Carleton, Statistics Canada's own numbers, the eligible voters, the numbers that they're saying that come out to vote for Carleton doesn't add up. So many of us are upset that Pierre is not challenging it, and you could still run elsewhere but still challenge us, because this is coming down to election integrity. So many things are happening and people just allowing things to go past them. So you don't care about you, and the Carleton Liberal, his post says, thank you, Carleton. Thank you, Carleton. And he says, we have to look out for ourselves, full stop, and look out for each other. That's an oxymoron. You can't look out for each other and look out for yourself. It's one or the other. If you're looking out for yourself, you're looking out for yourself. That's what you're doing. You can't look out for each other and look out for yourself, because you're putting yourself first. To hell with everybody else. So we have to look out for each other, and in looking out for each other, we automatically being looked out for by our brother and our sister, because you look out for me, I look out for you. You can't have it both ways. And they make you think that you can. Oh, I'm voting for me and I'm voting for us. No, you're voting for you. You care about you. Because if you care about others, you'll realize that these benefits do not help everybody. The single mother that's making $30,000, $40,000, and her employer created a health and wellness package that requires her to put in $20, $30 out of her paycheck to be part of this group plan, and still not get access to dental and prescription, she's screwed. But you don't care, right? Because you're good. This is what I'm saying, that So this is why I need my talk show, and it needs to be not nationwide, because being on YouTube, having podcasts, everybody's there. Yes, it's a huge pond now, a huge lake of being heard and having your information out there. But having a talk show, having conservatives put their money where their mouth is, and let's get a visual talk show. And we could still have it on podcast platforms. You can still repackage it in all many different type of alternative formats. But we need it to be out there in a mass way, in the way that people consume information more, and it's visual on networks. Oh, lady, we don't have a network here in Canada that is pushing liberal view. They're only pushing liberal views. They're not pushing classical liberal and conservative views. Well, guess what? We have a lot of Canadians that consume American content. Reach out to some American conservative platforms and show them that this is a win-win for them to assist, and let's help launch a show on an American platform. They already consume American content. Stop fooling yourself. So we got to think outside the box. We're not going to be supported north. We know that. And this is not something new. Stop elbows up nonsense. I would say every successful Canadian that we are claiming to be Canadian, they all got their big break by leaving Canada and going to America. And then we claim them afterwards. They were not able to be international, phenomenal, and icons and successful and making all this bag of money staying in Canada. Every one of them, sports, entertainment, acting, they went south of the border, become quote unquote legitimate, and then Canadians own them. Same thing with athletes. All our athletes, they leave Canada and they get scholarships south of the border, and then they run for Canada. Stop acting like that's not the truth. Canada does not support their own. They wait until you have to leave and then they claim you. Fast forward right now with this political climate. So let's put our heads together and let's go get it so that we can be in a better position for the next general election, provincially and nationally, so we can definitely get rid of all these liberals that's been holding Canada hostage, and where Donald Trump could no longer allow his ego to get in our way of our freedom. They pinned this guy's comment here, right? He said he voted for Pierre, but he didn't. I could tell. People, let me tell you, people say things to be like, oh, see, no. He said, I voted for Pierre, but he said they had 3 years of Pierre in power to prepare. That's imbalancing. So if you voted for Pierre Poilievre and you have not known for the past 3 years he already had his platform, if you really voted for Pierre and you've been following Pierre, you would not make that statement. You wouldn't. I know Danielle is popping off. I love Danielle Smith. So I made a comment. Oh, there's my comment there. So my comment is there on their page. Okay. But someone here said that all this time they have been, let me go back to the top. They said all this time they have been watching, there it is, 5 days ago. Even after all these years of watching Abba and preach, he said the word dumbass, still gets a little surprised when I'm reminded that Amma and preach are Canadian. And you could see all the comments, right? So even people didn't know. This person said French Canadian. Abba as well. I'm never sure if he speaks French well or not. So a lot of people didn't even know they were Canadian, because if you look at their content, it's all American, because they will tell you nothing interesting happened in Canada that they can have high viewership. It's all about viewers, all about views. Nothing interesting to them that happens in Canada that would make their page blow up the way it has. Their page has blown up because of American content. So, back to my point. We, north of the border, we have to reach, they talk about reach across the aisle. We have to reach out to like-minded brothers and sisters south of the border that has platforms who say that they're impartial and they're balanced, and see if they're willing to collaborate and let them know that they can increase their viewership because Canadians are consuming American content. All right.